A very happy Saturday to one and all. Thank you for having me here today. This talk was supposed to be given by Dr. Suresh Kumar, who's unfortunately not available right now. So I'm just filling in the gap for him on a sudden notice. So thank you for having me here too. I myself, Jyoti Srinivas, a holistic nutrition coach. I've done double masters in nutrition and I have nearly 2 decades of experience in nutrition practice, and my focus is primarily on preventive health. So today I'm going to talk to you on Atkins Diet on behalf of eGlobal telehealth platform. So here we go. What is Atkins Diet? What is it all about? Why there is a buzz about this all the time? Why people are so happy to do this all the time? So in my nearly 20 years of experience looking at the people and family and friends and circles all around, people are usually so happy to follow these kind of diets. So sometimes initially it used to give me like, why so? And then I used to think like, okay, let me analyze. So here comes with my experience about Atkins diet. What is Atkins diet? It's a high protein, high fat, and a low carb diet. So why are we talking only about 2 nutrients here when we have so many more? Why not all nutrients are not important? Is it only the protein or the fat that is important? Why carbohydrate is always overlooked? So to understand better, let me first talk about a balanced diet. What is a balanced diet? We have various food groups, right? Cereals, pulses, vegetables, fruits, meat and milk products, and each food group gives us defined nutrients. Like cereals gives carbohydrates, pulses give proteins, and all the specific nutrients have individual specific functions to perform. Not only their own functions, these nutrients, they interlinked, they're interdependent on each other, and their functions are happen together cumulatively and collaboratively. So when I say this, let me put it in a simple way. We have a family. Everybody has a family, right? We have lots of family members. Let me put it in an easy comparison. Like we have grandparents, parents, and children at home. Likewise, we have various food groups. Let's see the family members as food groups. And each family member, they have a specific function to role or a role to play, and also sometimes multiple roles to play. But we have defined things to do in our life. The routine is set. Similarly, for all the nutrients, the routine is set for them. What is their functionality, what they are supposed to do is already predefined. Imagine now, one of the family members is missing for some time. Say your mother is out of station for 1 week. What will happen to the home? Who will handle the kitchen? Who will cook the food? Who will take care of the children? Similarly, when specific nutrients are missing inside our body, in our diet, a disturbance happens there as well. When we see the family, the physical chaos, the physical disturbances are visible. We can see, okay, there is something going on wrong and we have to work on it. We know it, we are aware of it. But when it comes to the food and its nutrients and its functional disturbances inside our body, we don't know how the chaos is happening because we can't see it, is it not? So when this is the case, it's not that we never see it. It takes some time to reflect outside. Sometimes people may see it in the form of how do they feel about themselves when they try something new. And later on, they reflect and say, okay, maybe this might have happened because of so and so, but most of the times people fail to relate to the exact reason. And when this is the thing, there are a lot of functional disturbances happen because we don't know what is going on inside. And we later, at a later point of time, over a period of time, these will be visible as symptoms. That becomes a symptom, then we will get to know, like there is something wrong in my body. And these symptoms, if unaddressed, they become disorders and diseases later. This is how we end up. So now coming to the point again, why all nutrients are important, because everything has a specific function to perform. These imbalances make life chaos, and these imbalances of nutrients make the health chaos, is it not? So, uh, let me put it like, why we are talking only about protein and high fat now? Why not carbohydrate in Atkins diet? Why people are so happy? Because they're getting some instant results, which is good. But are they healthy? Is the question mark that has to be addressed. And if you look at the functional disturbances that happen, say, let me put it again in the same similar example of family. Say everybody is there and the mother wants to take a break, and say the kitchen is handed over to the husband or father for a day or two. What will happen? You know the mess, right? Similarly, when you people start giving more of protein, the function of protein is to build the body. The function of carbohydrates and fats is to give energy. That is their primary function. When that function is sidetracked and given at a more dose, what is going to happen inside the body? Like the physical mess created in the kitchen, that is temporary, but that is not the same as in the physical body. The high protein dosage, which is being taken by the human body, has its own impact. Say whatever food that we have, any food, it has to go through a process. It has to go through a process of digestion, assimilation, metabolism, then the end products come, and then the body would be able to utilize it. But along with that, we do have toxic products which come up as part of it, right? So here in the protein metabolism, when we take more of protein, the end products of protein metabolism are urea, uric acid, and ammonia. These are not good for the body, because the moment the more of these toxic products are secreted because of the more of protein intake, the body's pH balance changes. The blood is alkaline. But when we start eating more of protein, when these end products keep coming more and more, it changes the pH of the blood. And eventually, if it is not addressed carefully, people may end up even in coma. That is the dangerous state a person can go if they are not monitored with the amount of levels of protein a person is taking on a day-to-day basis. Having said that, what will happen to these end products? So this ammonia, urea, and uric acid, of course, they can't stay in the body because body is so intelligent. It has to find its own way to make them out. So here comes the rescue, liver and kidneys, where the liver detoxifies all these toxins and the kidneys secrete them out. Good, we have a process in place. But the factor that has to be considered here is, look at the overload of this amount of work we are giving to the organs. A smaller, a 10% amount of work is sometimes tripled, sometimes it is multiple fold. So the overload of all this on the function of liver and kidneys is drastic. That's why we end up seeing little changes initially, and eventually, if not addressed over a period of time, long run, we end up even with organ failures. So it is very, 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 very important to understand that we are supposed to take how much we are supposed to. For this, we have got something called recommended dietary allowances. It was given by Indian Council of Medical Research, and we have specified recommendations to take for each nutrient. Why all these things are given? This is just not for namesake. This research has been done on millions of people, and they've come up with these recommendations, and this is what is supposed to take to be healthy. When we cross all these things and go ahead, of course, that reflects in the state of global burden of disease that we are having these days. We know the amount of diseases that are rampant. It's just increasing. The scale is increasing. There is no way we see a decline in any of these happenings. That's simply because the recommended dietary allowances are never practiced, because that information is never gone to the individual person. So having said that, okay, what is this RDA is all about? So if you talk specifically about protein, since we are talking about Atkins diet, let me tell you, like each person, the basic recommendation of a protein for a person is roughly 1 gram of protein per kg of body weight. Means if a person is weighing around 60 kgs, they are supposed to take 60 grams of protein. But looking at the people over the last 20 years, if I check the patterns, the habits, and the consumption of protein across the clients and the community around, we dietitians witness that the protein intake is not even half of the recommendations. Not even half. This is the scenario at one side. And the other side, the person who's not even having 50% of what is necessary to take, who's not even having to make a shift and go on a different diet, which has 4 times more protein than what they're supposed to take. And the impact is fourfold more. The overload is 4 times more. So it has dangerous functional disturbances inside the body, but we cannot see them, unfortunately. If we can't see them, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It do exist. To monitor that, the healthcare professionals are there at the service to do it. So coming to the point again, diet is not about, nutrition is not about a single nutrient. It's not about a protein or the fat or the carbohydrate. It is a combination of all these things. It's a concrete plan. It has to be worked independently with each person. You know, nutrition is not like a pill. It's not like paracetamol or omeprazole. You know, these paracetamol and omeprazole molecules, they're single molecules. And, you know, they have one specific function to perform. So it can be taken by everyone. It's okay. And we see people carrying paracetamol in their pouches all the time. They don't miss to take this strip of paracetamol. More importance is given than taking a bottle of water along with them. We see this trend all around. I hope you all have seen that as well, and you all have done it also. But when it comes to food and nutrition, it's totally different. It's not a one molecule aspect. There's several things that has to be studied. It is a complex phenomenon, whereas the carbohydrates, the proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, fiber, water, together, they do function collaboratively to restore health in our body. How? Let me give you another example, which is commonly seen among you all. Suppose a person is having fever or some infection, has gone to a physician, usually with the regular prescription of antibiotics and other painkillers and all. A doctor will always give you a B complex. Why B complex is given? When a person says, I am weak, even the doctor prescribes or not, the person eventually takes in a B complex vitamin. Why? Just think, food gives us energy. How this B complex is going to help us in giving energy? Will it? If you see giving the energy, science behind, will it? Every food, each food that we eat, it goes through a process of series of chemical reactions inside the body, and then comes the ultimate product of glucose or amino acids or fatty acids, so that the body is able to utilize. But how this is happening? Say, for example, a child is going to the school for the first time. Will it be able to go on his own or on her own? The parents has to handhold and take them and drop them and make them use of it. That's how they get adjusted. Similarly, when a food is taken, even if you eat rice or chapati or oats or any kind of food, I'm not talking only about carbohydrates here, just taken some examples for to state. To make this food turn into the energy that the body uses, we need somebody to handhold. And this handholding is done by the vitamins. They act as catalysts and they take us ahead and make the job done. So here, the thing is, how much amount of protein or carbohydrate or fat a person might have. If the other functional nutrients like vitamins and minerals are missing in their diet, the food goes just waste. Body cannot use it. It's as simple as that. It's such a collaborative effort, group work. So food is altogether a different ball game, and it's very, very important to analyze at an individual level. We cannot prescribe like paracetamol to each and everyone. A diet plan cannot be the same for one and all. It is totally unique because we people are unique. You're special, right? We all are special at our own level. Similarly, the nutrition plans also remain very special. They're specially made for you. Why? Why? Because the food habits of a person, the cultures, the trends, the cooking habits, the eating habits, they vary from person to person, from region to region, from country to country. They're not the same everywhere. And we have foods which are given by the nature as per the season, as per the requirement, which has to be recognized. Because in this particular season, if food is given by nature to us, it means it is the requirement needed by us to the body. Ignoring that and going for something else is a foolish act in terms of a nutritionist. So at individual level, it is important to analyze, assess their nutrition status, their medical status, their lifestyle, their habits, their thoughts and emotions all together. And it's a job of a healthcare professional to identify the gaps, what are the existing problems in them, in their particular habit pattern. And then we have to correct them only within their patterns. If I ask a person to eat something totally different, I say, for example, I get a person who is a rice eater and I put them totally on oats, they won't be able to do. They are not sustainable. So for this reason, it's very, very important to assess and analyze the gaps. And then a prescribed plan is given based on the individual needs and requirements of a person. And we at eGlobal platform believe in this. Customization is the need of the hour. Nutrients work in function, but the same diet plan cannot work for everyone around. It is basically, it's as simple as that. See, we cook food in the kitchen. If say 5 members live in the family, but the same food is consumed by all 5 members in the family. And is it the state of all 5 members is same? This is the state of one single family. Imagine I'm talking about the entire world. How does a simple nutrition plan can work for all? But a unique modification based on your needs and requirements will definitely do work. And that's what we do at the eGlobal platform. So that's all I want to talk about Atkins diet today. It's not the high protein or the high fat that works. It has lots of tremendous, disastrous functional disturbances in the body. So it's very important to rely on a more balanced diet with the help of a healthcare professional. Thank you so much for having me today here. Have a good day.
It is now possible to have the most experienced, highly qualified and compassionate doctors at the click of a button. eGlobalDoctors is a user-friendly, secure mobile and web application through which you can have affordable online healthcare consultation and speak to the doctors from the comfort of your own home. You can now avoid traveling long distances to reach the doctor and avoid long wait times. You can now do a video call to eGlobalDoctors physician with the ability of family members to join from different parts of the world. Every user of the platform can have Health Passport, a personalized and secure hub for all of an individual's electronic health records, which includes prescriptions, doctor's reports, and lab reports, with ability to access from anywhere in the world. eGlobalDoctors' second medical opinion is performed by our board-certified and senior doctors, bringing you the world's latest and best health care. We can help patients to get the necessary treatment done at a place closer to them by leveraging our network of doctors who share our vision and values. eGlobalDoctors addresses an individual's medical, surgical, pharmaceutical, and ancillary healthcare needs on one platform at the fraction of the current cost. eGlobalDoctors is one complete healthcare platform solution for all your medical-related issues and questions. Our goal is to provide unbiased and honest medical opinion. We are available 24/7. Please visit us at eglobaldoctors.com.